Hello, good afternoon, Mr. Ambrose.
Good afternoon, sir. How are you doing?
We are good.
Thank God for today. Quick one. Let somebody give us opening prayer as usual. That's the part of our agenda.
Okay.
Yeah, let somebody pray for us.
Uh,
Yeah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين.
Thank you very much, sir. God bless you. Yeah.
Welcome, sir.
Quick one. We know what happened in the market under review. We had 2 days off, like holiday. There was not trading on Wednesday and Thursday. For those that are in the class as at last week, remember what I said that the market formed a bearish candle as at last week. That let's see what will happen this week. Unfortunately, like, they have 2 days holiday. I didn't give signal for those in buy and sell signal for this. I said just watch on Monday. But on Monday, the market retreated out. We saw some positive move on Monday. That was sustained on Tuesday. After all the holidays, we also saw a green close on Friday. For quick one, before we enter the weekly review, I want to show us just a daily candle movement, how the market has performed for the period of the 4 green days we saw last week. And it's interesting that I will tell you that the market is changing dynamics already. And also, we as smart investors and knowledge investors, we should also move with the trend so that we can take advantage of the market. Yes, I will tell you factors that are driving this changing dynamics in the market are one, the earnings of the companies that beat expectation. It was better than what people were expecting in the market number. And also, if you look at what happened recently, especially in the crude oil market, despite the coronavirus, in one of the third largest consuming oil company or importer in India, still there is positive demand for oil. It tells that those economies that has positive economic data, like China, we saw China figure, we saw that of US, the economy is recovering fast. And also, we here in Nigeria, we are not looking onto our GDP for first quarter. Not only that, looking also for the coming MPC meeting to see what will sustain the drive. Yes, market has also filtered the political headlines and the insecurity headlines. The market not sit to that side because already many people are panicking. When I saw some headlines from the newspaper, because I'm part of this market, I'm used to the market. Most times I'm not moved by this headline. When I saw that somebody from guidance said that the market has lost about 1.6 trillion because of insecurity, fine. That is what he just said. But what of the activity that's going to be? People also making money because of what they are taking advantage of the price oscillating and the mistrend in the market. For that, we should not panic. Rather, yes, we'll be looking at if the companies have posted good numbers, even during the time of pandemic. I told you earlier last week that there are factors that impacted those numbers were seen. Until now, the first quarter that just came, these numbers are still positive. For me, it's not a time for us to panic, especially those that are investing with knowledge. Don't follow bad wagons to invest. Invest with what information available to you. And that information will go a long way to give you fun in terms of return, put money in your pocket. That's why, as a good trader, you don't sit down in one corner and be complete. Rather, you go out for information, go out for knowledge so that you can make informed investment decision. And today, as I said, I want to quickly go to the daily chart so that we can see what has happened for that period on the daily chart. That will go a long way to help us to know what we are doing this hour. For that, let me just bring out that chart up now before I go to what I have today, because I'm going to explain 3 master key that we need to stay afloat in this market. That 3 key, you need to listen to it. Then after, you now take the next step that is necessary, and that next step is that you need to also equip yourself to get how to use this key. These 3 master key I'm going to explain. Let me quickly call up the daily chart now so that you can see what I'm saying. Hello? Are you seeing the chart here?
We're with you. We're with you.
We've seen it, Ambrose.
Okay. If you look at this daily chart, you see there was a pullback here after the market has showed a strength by having a bullish engulfing, and this candlestick was consumed by the bull trend on this day. That was sustained. But after 2 days, there was profit taking. I will tell you that profit taking pulled the market down again. And when this market pull down came, people already panicking. Calls were coming, the yield in the market and all the stuff. And I told them, if we are seeing these positive numbers in Q1, for me personally, I'm not panicking whatsoever in the market. Rather, I'm trying to restrategize my strategy and enter sectors. I see that there's consumption, and there's possibility that those sectors will beat their performance, and that is what will push their price up in the next coming expectation of the half-year result. And as we speak, remember I told you that in this class that the month of May for the last 5 years was up for 4 times, only down for the year 2018. And if you take 10 years later, it was up for almost 8 years twice. It tells you that the month of May in Nigeria has defied that of sell in May in foreign market and come back in October. That tells you that our market is changing. As it's changing, you as investors should also go in that direction. Now, for the week that will add public holiday, the market will be able to sustain a bullish trend for 4 straight days. After the holidays, on Friday, market still go. But if you look at this candlestick here, are you with me? This candlestick is almost like a hammer again. It tells you that, and I tell you that when you see this hammer, when there is an uptrend, it's a sign of what? It's a sign of a weak trend. The market might turn up the next day, because this is almost for 4 days now. Before you now see this hammer, it's green. I agree with you, but if you look at the tail, it also resisted this, but at what are a trending market. But if you see this trend, this kind of candlestick below a downtrend, you can see that this is a sign of reversal that they can go. But now, so that's why I say now I can't say this market is the buy or sell at close of Friday. That means we need to watch what will happen also on Monday, because the candles are telling you that yes, there's resistance of going down, but it close up. But let's watch, and that is why I said we have 3 keys to discuss today. But before I go to that key, let me go to the weekly chart. That will also give you an insight how the market also has performed for the period. This is a weekly chart here, if you are with me. This weekly chart, I told you earlier that when you see 2 candlesticks and the lower candlestick crossing the price action, which is the candlestick. Now, we're looking at the index action. So the price action crossing the smaller index, the smaller moving average from up is a sign of what? The sign of sell. When we see the smaller, the index or the price action crossing the smaller moving average from down, it's a sign of buy. But at this point now, you can see this is a weekly chart. We're already seeing the index action slightly above what? Above this 14 days moving average, which is the shortest one we're using in this chart now. And the next one there is 20, which is blue. But now I can't confirm it until I see activities to know that yes, it has crossed fully. You can see it has crossed marginally small, but that is not enough to say yes, let's start jumping in tomorrow. But the only thing that will make us to stay position tomorrow on Monday is because we are saying that we are already at the mid-quarter of the Q2. Today is 15 already. That means any moment from now, we'll see we'll be looking ahead for the MPC meeting. And also, once the May is up, investors will be positioning for what we call the half-year result. And you know those half-year results, they are companies that are consistent with dividend payment policy of interim. And investors are also going to move in that direction, because now that inflation remains up, every investor in the market is looking at where can I enter to hedge against this inflation by getting a better return. Yes, I told you that the yield in the bond market is on the up. Look at what is happening in the treasury bill up. But for me, they are not threats towards us in the equity market, because if you look at anywhere in the world, if you're a wealth builder, you look for where you want to hedge against what inflation, so that you can build your wealth. And it's only good stock that has fundamentals and those stocks that return more than what we are seeing in the inflation figure now. That's where investors are looking at, and that is why you can see there's a little turn in the activities in stock like Access, stock like Zenith Bank, and stock like if you look at also what's happening in USC. And these are what investors are looking at to see that there's activities in them. People are looking at where can I get value in terms of capital appreciation and also dividend inclusive. That will help us to make a decision going forward. That means you as investor or trader, your investment will go a long way at this point to guide you so that you won't follow bad wagon because everybody is rushing to fixed income. Those that are risk averse. You remember when even the treasury bill was as low as 1.5. Some people are still buying and they will see oversubscription. That's why personally I'm not worried what I'm seeing in that market now. But as at end of transaction on Friday, on a weekly chart, on a daily chart, the market is not giving us a clear sign of jumping in on Monday. But all the positions we are holding, we are thinking to maintain them. But at the end of the 3 keys I'm going to share now, that will also give you another angle of how you should look at the market at any given time. Yes, these 3 keys I'm going to share, I'm going to start this way. You know, to have almost 4 assets in the market. These 4 assets, we call them stocks, we call them treasury bill, or we call them bond, we call them commodity and all. But these things, they have life of their own because they move. And because they move, that means you need to chart this word instrument. You need to look at this asset to know where the right time to buy them. And buying them the right time, it means that you have what you are watching, what you are looking at. That is where technical analysis and fundamental will not be separated in any decision you are taking as what, as a trader or investor. You need to consider the two edge of the 2 leg of analysis to know what to do at the right time. Then the 3 master key I'm looking at today. One is the market timing. That's the number 1. And this market timing will give you what we call overbought and oversold. If you remember last week, I came out with an idea of telling about what's called P ratio and why P ratio of some stocks are relatively low and why the market general P ratio is low. Because the earnings of the companies are looking up and price is a bit looking up, but the earnings are looking up in a good speed. That's why we are seeing relatively what P ratio in the market. Tells you that most of the stock on the exchange are fairly valued and some of them are undervalued as to speak. That means your margin of safety is what is low, is high, sorry, in those ones. But when those that are doing overpriced, your margin of safety is very, very low. But those that are really undervalued are underpriced, your margin of safety in those positions are high. Yes, for technical analysis, I said the key 3 things to look at is what market timing. That market timing would use what overvalue, overbought, and what oversold. These are technical terms. Why in fundamental we'll talk about what undervalue and using the P ratio. But here in technical analysis, we're using patterns and the candlestick to look at what we call overbought and oversold region. Overbought is where the market is about what coming down. That means there's a lot of seller at that particular a lot of buyer at that particular time, and that will pull the price up down. But now, if you go to oversold volume, that oversold is attraction where people are saying that this stock is already undervalued. Let's just start jumping in. Let's start taking position. Let's just start taking a good position, either in stages to see where the market is, because it's already over. That market cannot go down below that. That's why it's called oversold period. At that period, everybody is tired of selling that. That's time to go. When market has overbought, I see that at that point, there is no demand, and that stage, nothing's happening again. The market is about to start looking down. Gas is finished. That's why technically we have what we call accumulation stage, markup stage, and people that add the material for the last the comprehensive capital market, stock market material or video are already enjoying, because we explain details in those material. But this overbought and oversold give you an insight to go for market timing, and that gives you an idea of what is happening in the market. Is the smart money in the market or not? Now, when the stock market the smart money are accumulating, you see what stock going up. But when they are selling off, the market is at a different stage. That means the gas in the market, they are trying to take profit, they are selling off. That is why demand and supply is key at any time we are analyzing the market. That is why, as a good investor, your knowledge in technical analysis should be, you have to up it now so that you can use it to, connect with your fundamental to know the right time to be in the market. The next one there, another key there is what? Stock selection key. Stock selection key. At this stage, you look at what is the big money doing. When I mean big money, the smart money. What are they doing in the market? I have to know what the smart money is. Look at the volume push in the market. Is the volume push in individual stock or the market up? Yeah, now we are seeing market an uptrend for 4 straight days. If you look at the weekly volume for this week that ended, you see it is lower than what happened the previous week, even though it was a green one. But because of 2 days trading, and this time they look at the previous week, we have more volume, people were taking profit. But this one we are just saying it's just marginal because it was 3 days trading only. You look at what is the smart money. That means you need to look at the volume push. That volume push is very, very important. to know what is happening. You need to know the volume push. Is it at the top? Is it at the oversold region that you are seeing this volume push? Is it at the oversold region you are seeing this volume push? Once you have understanding of this, it will go a long way to help you. And if you want details of this, put the comprehensive stock market video will also explain in details to you. Then after that, in this same stock selection, we have another one called aggressive buying. That aggressive buying you have to do with what? Also the smart money or the big money, because they are taking position, they are entering. And while they are entering, stock price are likely to look in up direction. But when also they are selling, you need to know when they are selling, the price of stock are also likely to look down. But you need to know what is entering the market. Is it money that entered the market or volume? If fund is entering the market, there will be more demand for that stock. And if the demand is bringing volume, you know that it is that demand that is supporting the volume. You can really enter on time. That is why your money flow index is key. That is what tells you what is happening when the big money is entering the market. You need to know that. Another one is look at, you see price jumping. Price jump is what also you look when you are selecting stock. I'm trying to explain the key, the second point there. The key, the master key 2. Then you need to know the price jump. Is the price jumping because of fundamentals are already in the market? Now that we have seen first quarter number. Now, is it guiding people to enter position? Like what happened in assets? What should open your eye? Assets start as low as 7 naira 20 kobo after a markdown. But in the last 1 week, assets have moved from that 7 naira to almost 850. That to break out a strong resistance level. Once you break out that level, it's a sign that assets are moving somewhere. That tells you that you need to know what is happening in this particular trend. You don't know why is the price jumping and what the volume is chasing the stocks. That also is very important. Another key one that we should look again is the key levels. When I mean the key level, we're going to look at the moving averages. The moving averages is very important. Any smart money or any institutional investor, they have their own moving average to buy stocks. And what I want to share now, a institutional investor who wants a stock or index to move above 50 moving average before they jump in. And if you see them, if not at 20, across 20, they'll be waiting. Then they'll be buying little, but once they cross 50, they want to do. That means the key level of moving average that we should consider is 20 days moving average. But for me, like we that are traders or you are a short-term investor, you go as low as considering 7 days moving average, 14 days. But for general study as well, because now 20 days, 50, 200 are the moving average that every general investor wants to watch out for. Once the market is crossing 20 days moving average, they'll be preparing. But once it crosses the 50 days moving average, you see they are coming to the market massively. You as an investor should also keep your eyes on these key levels in the moving averages is very, very important. Moving average, and this moving average is explained details in the video that I think this video 2 of that comprehensive stock market video, which also you need to understand. Because what I'm saying is that investing is not about just putting money down. Having knowledge to turn your money faster. Even when we are sharing ideas with you, if you have the knowledge, it becomes easier for you to take quick decision on what to do. But if you don't understand, it's as if we are talking slowly or we are just speak jargon. But it's because you don't have, or if you have the understanding, which I know many of us in this platform are, knowledgeable and intelligent investor, you need also to up your game so that you can earn more money from the market. The running friend and there is not the best, but you understand what market, how it works, and you go a long way to take advantage of any movement in that market, because market movement is what creates money. Up or down, market must move. Anywhere you move, as intelligent investor, you know how to position to catch into it and make money from it. These are the key levels for the day. The next one, which is the third key there, is what is the trade plan. Trade plan. That's why I talk about setting objective. Trade plan is very important. You know your entry strategy and your exit strategy. You know that when you are entering the store, something is attracting you, and you are using your technical analysis to take position. For example, now I want to just quickly move to this chart. Let me call up the other chart so that I want to just show us here. That's why I said this trade plan is very, very important. I want to show you something quickly. Let me just go to the other charts. Let's go there. Okay, are you seeing this chart here? Hello? Hello?
Yes, yeah, we're seeing it, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Look at this chart now. I want to draw.
Yes, we can see it.
A rectangle here. I'm coming. I want to show you something first before I continue. I want to delete that part. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Hello. Yeah. Can you see this rectangle I just draw here now? Can you see it? Yeah. You see, there's a top here and there's a bottom here, and these are the basis of this rectangle. A breakout of this rectangle will confirm a new trend, uptrend. While a breakdown of this one here also confirm a downtrend on a weekly chart. But look at where the green, the last week that we're reviewing now, stop. It stopped for green after a red move. Let me see, expand it. It's better like this. Okay. It's not better. It's better like this. Yeah. Yes, you can see this rectangle now. You see where the market is now. After a red, a candle here, which is a bear market, was also seeing a bull market on a weekly chart, market trying to recover. For you as a trader or investor, your plan, that's why your trade plan is very important. You want to wait that, at the breakout of this, that the market will look at, you cannot start jumping into fresh positions. If you're to be individual stock too, you have seen a price that you want to look at that will jump out. You want to confirm a breakout first before you enter. But if you're a long-term investor that, okay, you know that you're waiting for the stock for a longer period, hey, you might not be waiting for the breakout. You have an opportunity that this stock is underpriced and you want to take advantage of it. You can be buying, but a trader that wants to confirm because he wants to move, because it is that momentum that you want to follow to take position. Then you look at that, but once it cross here, you can also take position. Then you have, if the market is coming down, you want to see that it breaks down here before you know, this is a bear market. But if you're in a position that you want to take profit, once it gets to the place that you have 100,000 units of that stock, you can start to say, let me just sell only 50,000 to see whether it will break up. Because most times when it goes there, it's going to form a double top. That top level that the market is likely to start coming down, profit taking. That's why when it gets to this level to break out, you have to take 50% of your profit and also watch for a breakout. Once it breaks out, you don't mind coming back. Why you take profit? That in case it goes here and it starts coming down, you are already take some profit. You are also watching to see where it's going to reverse, and you come back again. That's why your trade plan is very important, and that will be guided by what your investment objective. You know your entering strategy and your exit strategy. Once you have this at the back of your mind, I'm telling you, you are good to go. And this comprehensive video that came out last week, as we have discussed, has all this explained and how to watch your different resistance level and support level. Because even the candlestick will explain in detail so that you will know exactly what to do at each stage you are seeing the candlestick. Because candlestick tells you what has happened in the market on a particular day, on a particular week, particular month, or a quarter, on a year. That's why candlestick is very important in any technical analysis, setup or software you are using. If you understand candlestick, other indicators will help you to confirm. That's why in buy and sell signal, we have to study all these charts to confirm whether this stock is good to buy. As I'm saying now that on a daily chart, we have seen that as at end of Friday, market is still very dicey. That's not giving us whether it will continue on that trend, which will know that, yes, people might say ahead of the FPC meeting, let us see what is going to happen at the time of the FPC meeting. But at the next week, because it's a full trading week, it's possible that the market will also express a mixed trend. That's if people take profit, a countdown, and start. But if you want to take position, you want to confirm on the daily chart, if you break out of this or what happened on Monday using a daily chart, that will go a long also to tell you what to do. That means you as a trader, as the market is doing like this, personally, I'm happy. Market is showing that, yes, market has strength. There's less of strength in the market. Why you say so? Let's quickly look at our money flow index on a weekly chart, on a daily chart. Let's do that. That will tell you that strength has gradually start coming back to our market. If you remember last week that this weekly chart was going down, and I tell you that once they get to this level, that the market is likely they start to turn up. But now that we are seeing that money flow index on a weekly chart is looking up, it's a good sign for the market. That means liquidity is coming back to the market. Which I told you that every wise investor who want to take advantage of what we are seeing in the market, if that is what we're looking at, we don't need to panic. And also, don't forget that second quarter number is also very important as third quarter. Once we've also seen the second quarter result of this company, it's going to tell them what to expect in the that people that's also changing their portfolio. As we speak now, people have seen what happened in the first quarter. They're already positioned. That's why you see funds coming back to different stock at different stages. No, for you as an investor, you don't need to panic. And also those that attended the master class for last what that we did in April, yes, I can see that some of our stock this week, at the end of this week, has also moved up. You know, you have 90. I tell you should not panic what I put there last week. All you don't need that. By next week, we'll tell you what to do. The ones that hit the target, giving you sell alert for them. But why we still have about almost 45 days between now and end of June? That means you should just relax your mind. But we see that market will start changing. It's like we don't enter the month of June. I took that positioning ahead of what? Ahead of July, second quarter, or half year result. For that, just start pretending. And then also, we're likely that the second masterclass will come in the month of July, which is the first week of July. But for those that came for the first one, I know before that end of June, you'll also be smiling to back because I'm seeing trend changing in some of our stock, positive trend, and which tells you that for me, it's a good one for us. That means we need to watch those trends now and also watch them carefully as we look at the market performance. We don't need to panic, rather we up our game and stay in good stock. Any stock that you see that what attracted you, those stocks are not there again, you start selling them. But if the fact that attracted you are still intact, just a slight patient. Like I always tell people that after your fundamental or technical analysis, the another one that is very important is patient. There are some people that after selling off their portfolio because they are rushing, that stock will change. I told them and I asked them, what attracted you? Is this still there? If it's there, why are you running about? Because when you rush out and marketers are seeing that start going to be complaining because we have sold already, coming back again, you'll be calling out my in and outside commission on the stock. But what attracted you stock, if they are still that, all you don't need just to hold on and watch the trend. That's what I would advise at this point. The market is still in order and strong. Yes, despite all that is happening left and right, look at the political headline, look at the security headline, look at also, know what is happening around you, what is happening, but I tell you, being passing year, I think this market closing up at the end of this year, not as high as what we saw in 2020. But it's a good thing that the month of May is only telling us that we're likely to see also May closing positive, which I told you that the second half or the second quarter of the year and in the history of Nigeria is our buy position market. Good, taking advantage of also the number that we're going to expect for the second quarter. You have to also take advantage position early in the month of July. And good that why the masterclass also coming up the first week in July. We'll look forward to see you. Then let's start from here. Any questions from this review? Thank you and God bless you. Thank you very much. Yeah, I can see one hand up already for question. Yes, let me check.
Hello, Mr. Ambrose.
Yeah, okay, come up with your question, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I saw the result of Treasury bill on Friday.
Okay.
It's relatively close flat.
Yes.
Which I feel maybe we'll have some funds in the market by next week.
Okay.
It's the Treasury bill rate. Some Treasury bill matured last week because of the holiday.
Yes. Yeah. Also, I also saw that what you are saying, you are very correct. I saw that the rate does not move above that 9.75, and it tells you that we are still looking at, and also the way the economy is going. I told one of my friends.
Another bidding happened on Friday. Yes, 90 days increased marginally, just a few percentage.
Yeah, I'm looking at the one. I'm looking at the 1 year. The 1 year. The 1 year.
Yes.
Yeah. It's still flat, but it's still flat. For me, it's good for the market, but the outcome of next meeting is also what we're looking at for next week. But for now, the market has no problem. The fundamentals of the market is becoming stronger. The only thing that the market is a bit lacking now is just we need that kind of liquidity that we saw last year. But living in the market is not bad at all. It's for us to move compared to here. See what happened in GTP now coming back, Senate Bank assets, and these are sectors that I see that there's potential for them. The banking sector, other sectors like the oil. A lot of things is happening within the market now. That's why I say, as an analyst or a trader investor, don't just keep your eyes alone on the share index, because there are huge stocks that control them. Look at the sectorial index, look at sectorial performance, look at industry performance, look at the potential of those sectors, and the number that are coming from there to give a long way to tell you where you are headed to. For me, there's no panic for the market now. The market is still in order. Let's just stay side patient and watch. Yeah. Any other questions?
Hello, Ambrose.
Hello. Yes. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, sir.
Since 2019 or so, the foreign direct investment had been depleting in the market, and the trend has not abated. And we know that foreign direct investment play a significant role in the performance of the capital market. In this situation now, what is the market? What shape is the market going to take since this capital flight is still ongoing?
Yeah, actually, you are correct. But in any good market in the world, the local investor play a more important role because no economy is enclosed, which you know that foreign investors should come in. But the good thing is that when the local investors, when I mean local investors, both institutional investors in the economy, the fund managers and retail investors, high network, playing the market effectively, using oscillation in terms of foreign investors coming in and going out, moving the market up and down. You know, before now, our market has suffered such move that when the foreign investors enter our market, our market will be up, will be smiling. When they are going again because of any cough, the police adjustment that done, the market will be bleeding. But now, since last year, there's a little, since, as you said, since 2019, gradually our people are coming back to the market. Which are those people? Our institutional investors, the PFA, they are seeing potential in the equity market because our stocks are on their price, some of them. But that is attractive to them. And also, we are seeing that in any economy that is recovering, like our one is recovering, we need also to encourage the economy because this sector, the companies, the sectors are coming up. For me, it's not something that will send fear to anybody. Yes, if they come, it's a plus for our market. And they will come when our foreign exchange policy market become a bit stable and they know because foreign investors don't want to come to any economy where they are coming at a good entry point. When they want to go aside, they've lost all their gain from that environment. For that, they have to also be very careful. Until we work on our own foreign market, that is why you can see that what is happening in Guinness, which is likely also to happen in other foreign companies where the foreign investor has much no stake, is that when unable to take their other profit away from the economy, they decide to start expanding their stake in the flowing back their dividend to the company by buying more to increase their stake, which is because they see that there's some of a problem on each at the foreign exchange market. For that, they start to come. But once this thing is made clear, our policy become right. Like the SCB is trying to make sure we have a uniform exchange rate. If that is achieved, that also will attract them. Also, don't forget that the one they are selling, the rate they are selling is very slow. Why are they selling very slow? They know that, yes, if this oil price we are looking at remain a bit up, it's a plus for our economy. That's why it's starting to reflect on our economy. That means they are seeing that, that means we can sustain our exchange rate. We can support it because we will have a good reserve. Any foreign investor that want to invest, want to look at the national reserve because they want to know if I come in, then when I'm going, would I have my fund to go out? That's why if this oil price is sustained, for now, oil price is almost around 8.83 as at this afternoon. It's a plus for, if once a plus 70, we're going to also change the face of the market. Yes, because we are seeing that despite the coronavirus in China, in India and all that, but the economic data is coming from matured and advanced economies, so that despite the coronavirus 2020, this vaccine also has also driving recovery in those matured climate. For me, that also support the market. For me, foreign investors, they are good players in the market, good, but we don't want it to be excess because before now they're having about almost 65% of our market. If they are coming to have 20%, that depends. For me, it's a local development. Let the foreign investor, local investor, take about 60% of the market, 65 or 70. Good. That when foreign investors come, you have 30, 35, 28. Good. That the market will balance. When they are going, market will be bleeding. We need a balanced market now. We need a balanced market. It's a good movement, but as you said, we can't close our door to any foreign investor. It's a good one. When they come, they all help us also to impact the market positively, influence prices up because they are entering. But for me, they are coming, it's not come at any time. But for now, they are selling down at this rate. For me, it's not enough for us to panic because we have local investors that are also taking because of what there's still fund in the system.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, go ahead, sir. Yeah.
Please, I want to talk concerning Royal Insurance and car insurance, Hallmark Insurance. I found a trend in them on Monday and Tuesday, and also on Friday. What happened is that there is a certain investor coming around 210 to come and push the price higher. I'm asking, can we follow the trend? I'm talking of Royal and Hallmark Insurance. That happened on Monday and Tuesday, and also on Friday. And when they usually come for that bid, it's around 210. That when they usually come with that big bid and raise the price up. Can we follow them?
That means during the close of the market, that we call the market makers that come with that kind of movement. for me, the activities of the Chi, which is the Comac result is okay. Yes, but also don't forget that the low price stock, I've said it earlier, and I've still repeated there, that low price stock are the stock that are likely to return good return this time. But you need to look for those that has fundamental. Not all penny stock has good fundamental. Those penny stock that has fundamental and you are sure of dividend to support it, you can go there, but don't trade most of them because most of them are debt trap that when you enter, you'll be hooking them. If you want to trade all this penny stock, be very careful. That's why a trader that want to do follow, most of them don't enter because if you enter, you'll be the one that will push it up. If you want to sell, again, you need to look for stocks that are marketable for trading purpose. For those that are investing for long term, I look at this, but at this price, they also might look very okay. Enter them. But if you're a trader that you want to enter in and out, there are some stocks that you should not play. Those stocks are good because I see that those stocks are the ones that will return, good return, for investors this period like this year, because those high cap stocks, you can see them, they're already up, they're not doing much. You got stock like Airtel, they remain at that 930 there. The one I see potential that is going to go up again is MTN, and Dangote also might not go as much as expected, but it can still go up. Look at all those big guys, look at stock like all those guys, the results are good, but those low cap stocks that have better number, I see they are the one that will rally first before those big ones. But those ones are the ones that control the index. If they go up, fine. But target those medium and low cap stocks that has fundamental and play with them. But those two you don't mention, if you're a small investor, fine, you can look their way. But I know if you're a big trader and you want to enter those stocks, you might be the one that will push the stock higher up. Watch for that one that has good fundamental and better. But for those that are retail investors that are looking for where they want to play for long term, those stocks are not bad to look their way.
Thank you, sir.
Hello, Ambrose. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, what's happening to Nemet and Transcorp? Please, can you shed light on Nemet and Transcorp?
Nemet and Transcorp, I'll tell you, it's purely market forces. It's not because of their number. And when you are seeing that it's just market forces, you take advantage of any pullback to expand your position. If you know that those companies have numbers and they are going somewhere. I mean, number good fundamental. For me, stock like Transcorp, anything at this price now, is your long-term investor startup, even though you're a trader. Because when they release their second quarter result and they maintain this trend, the price is likely to also to move higher than the expected 150 before. I believe that for me, it's a stock that what we're looking at, because when you're into power, into utility, your service, your product is needed, and that is also reflecting on their number. You saw what we saw. You saw what happened in their first quarter. That is likely to continue this year. But apart from that's what I see for Transcorp. But for Nemet, I told you that there's already a sentiment for that sector, and Nemet has September as year end, and they just paid their dividend not quite long. And as we are expecting, now we're going to see their third quarter is what we're expecting. Nemet and Vitafo. That's why these two stocks I also work, because when these stocks are paying dividend, they are very few. Many investors want to take advantage of their dividend and also go out going for dividend. That's why for me, looking at that Nemet at this price and the number they release and the price they sell is not a bad one. Only that the dividend they pay was of 0.65 was not too much, but the numbers are doing greatly. Their numbers are fine, not too bad. For me, we need to also look the way of that stock because of positive sentiment for that sector. Like I just said, if we are looking inward as a nation, we want to start producing percent, that sector will be where government will look now. Government will not be producing percent in other sector. That's where they're going to encourage them. Only that most of this important they are doing now, I'm not sure that it's passing through them, but I believe once government encourage them to start investing to rub up on all companies in that sector. Yeah. Hello? Yeah. Another question?
Oh, yes.
Hello, Mr. Ambrose.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, there's this news on Friday about Oando.
Oando, yeah, I saw it too. Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Enable them to this oil swap.
Swap, yeah. Okay.
Is there does it have any implication?
Actually, no, it's just that they're having more business to do. And when you have more business, what does it? It should also reflect on your number. But because for now we are not seeing their number, people are not moving all this information. But for those that ask how they can take this, these are things that want to play out when they finally solve their problem. We'll start seeing a better number from them. But for me, it's a plus for Wando because that thing Wando has contract to do a lot of gas pipeline in the north and all those stuff. Not only that, we can't have access to see what can see what is happening in Steplat already. Look at their Q1 number. It's an improvement. You can see even they are even paying 2.5% for investor. So that these are kind of number we expect to also come from that company called Wando. It's just because they are not transparent and people are not seeing what is happening there. That's why people are still staying at the fence. But once they start seeing the numbers and it's attractive, people will jumping in instead of just sitting at the fence. For those that want to take risk and start also taking something in expectation that whenever they sort out their issue with the regulator, things will start looking up for Wando. For me, that is another way to go about for Wando for now. It's a plus. The news is a plus for them. Yeah. Because out of about 16 companies that bid for that, Wando was among them, which that is one of the listed companies we should consider, even the foreign ones that are there. But these are the ones that are listed that that when they start playing out, should also reflect on their number. It's not because the company Wando has treated investor the way now investors also treat them back that they don't have confidence that anything they are saying, the investor want to see fair before they can take action. But if they release their number and this number start looking up and able to solve their issue, Wando will not remain where it is. I see that stock going above 8 naira, 7 naira, which is good.
Sorry, I didn't know. What is the news about? What news are we talking about?
The swap business, the swap deal that the NNPC approved for them. Yeah. Hello. Hello.
Hello, Ambrose.
Are you hearing?
Ambrose.
Hello.
Yes, we are hearing you.
Okay.
Ambrose, please, Africa Prudential, please, can you speak something about that? And the livestock is not even moving. It's between 180, 185. I don't know what is going on in that department, in that stock. Please, can you say something about it?
The stock you don't call now, livestock and Africa Prudential. No, Africa Prudential has tried to resist, decline or support, find a support level at 5 naira 58 kobo. When it gets to that 5 naira 58 kobo, around 40, then it goes back. Then that is a support level for Africa Prudential. Also, have in mind that Africa Prudential is not a stock that pays dividend like every other bank that do of quarterly. It's just once in a year. And because the performance of UCAP is still becoming outstanding, that people are still taking at this point that stock will likely look 8 naira or 9 naira. But I believe Africa Prudential to have that potential, but let numbers start repeating them. The second number will also give investors more insight what is happening in Africa Prudential. But that stock is also a stable stock. Good dividend will come from them. Despite their dividend cut they did in 2020, in 2020, I see that by 2021 they might likely to up their dividend depending on their performance. I put their first quarter number is not a bad one at all. For me, if you are there, don't panic, but don't expect that the way the others will move because of their dividend, it will move that way. But when their second quarter is not come, it's okay. It's likely to move further up for me. But any pullback on Africa Prudential and you are a dividend investor, take advantage of it. You can see that the way UCAP is going something like it's coming like a mad pool that is moving. Why is it moving? Because of the numbers. And investors are seeing that this company, the way it's going, with the number we're going to expect in third quarter, because they are taking advantage of the bond they did that made them to do more business and taking advantage of the market and other things. That is why it's betting on the numbers of UCAP. And the investors are also taking advantage. Those that, like me, I wanted to buy that stock in UCAP around 480, 484 or something. It didn't touch that level. It went up again, almost above 6 naira now. I missed me. I have to buy some around 6 naira and some around 580. It didn't get to that 480 initially. No, it tells you that market is changing. For Africa Prudential, there's no cost for alarm. If you are there, hold on. Every stock has its own turn of movement. If you are there, relax. You see come up again. If you have other funds, you can look at stocks that are going to make move. But if you are there already, don't sell off in panic. There's still potential for that stock to go up again.
Okay, so livestock and
Mr. Ambrose.
Livestock, you don't have I've said today that anytime you see livestock below 1 naira 80 kobo, it's a stock to buy. There is a stock that touched almost 10 naira 11 kobo. If you come from the first quarter where we have seen, since 2019, the numbers coming from livestock have been positive. Only that they have not paid dividend because investors, shareholders are waiting for them to have good results so they can pay dividend that is reasonable. For me, you don't need to panic for what for livestock, but their second quarter results will be good. The only fear I'm having is that if this insecurity will affect most of the farm, but know that livestock also is feed and food for poultry, which you know that anything that affect the farm like, but I don't see it affecting them much. Livestock like Okomu, Fresco, and livestock, this insecurity in the farm might also a little, but not as much. Let's see what I believe that government is not sleeping to arrest this insecurity here and there. Once it is solved, we'll see that this company will sustain their upward trend they were seeing in their performance in terms of number and their sales.
So what is Honeywell also?
Honeywell, you know, if you are there, still hold on your position on Honeywell. It has tried to form a strong base at that one I think it tried to do it at 116. It moved up to 120 before it came down. But I believe I'm still watching it. The chart is not there is still evident that. Let's see. Let me quickly open that chart. When I watch it, I see that that stock might likely resist at that level because now that the number, you know, it's been expected any moment from now. I see that that stock will resist going further.
Hello, Mr. Ambrose.
Yeah, I'm with you. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, please. I don't know if somebody has asked any question regarding the UAC. Some of us bought at 10 naira, and the first quarter result was not very impressive.
Yeah.
Will you advise I sell before the markdown, or should I still hold?
Yeah, there are two things there. Like I'm seeing a lot of Nigerian and also reorganization in that company. You know, as CAP and livestock and other of their subsidiaries are doing well, going to reflect on their number. But like you just said, the first quarter was not too good. But because of their 1 naira 20 kobo dividend we're expecting, and also the additional bonus of risk, yes, if you are there already, take your bonus. But those that are not there, I would advise you to hold on. So when they mark down, they enter. But you, when they mark down, because you are there, it's going to go up again. Because when they mark down, it becomes attractive to go up, unless you are not interested in dividend. But if you are bought, I don't need of you selling at a loss now. Because I tell you, it's better that you wait to take your dividend and take it, because the risk they're going to give you, that stock sell almost at 5 naira. If that risk sell at 5 naira, anything they give you, it will be a plus also when you sell it on the floor. I also trade on the FP. For me, I would advise you hold on for your USC.
Thank you.
Hello, Ambrose.
I'm trying to call up Honeywell charts so that we can look at it together. Are you there? Can you see this chart on Honeywell?
Yes.
What? Oh, hey, I want to ask a simple question again. What does this
Hello?
Yeah. What does this?
Hello, Mr. Ambrose.
Can you hear me? Just hold on. I'm trying to show something on Honeywell. I want to confirm something there. Oh. Sorry. The price was the high and low for the day was not captured. That's why it's straight like this. But it closed at a flat of 1 naira 13 kobo. This chart we'll have to leave it for next week. But if this chart is just a hammer straight like this, then that is a ball, because I didn't see the top for the day and for the. Let me quickly go to weekly. Hold on, let me do weekly chart. Let me see how I look at on the weekly chart so that most the same thing. We have to look at a correct chart, because this chart is not giving me the right picture here now to comment on it. So I see that the stock is ready to decline. But another support level you should look at is this one here. The first one is this, which is 110. But I believe that is another strong support level to watch out. This is around 113. For any moment around there, I see the stock reversing up, especially as the release date for the number come closer. Yes, what happened between West Bank and all those stuff, put a lot of kind of shake to the company. But I see that the company has the potential to rebound fully up. For that, let's just stay patient if you are there. But if you are not there, just watch and take advantage of this low price and take position too. For those that bought earlier, just start patient. It has not broke out a major resistance support level about 10. Once you look at that 110 to we're looking at also down to around 105. But let's just leave that at this level of 113, the ban is very imminent. Let's watch. Let's watch. Let's watch. Okay, the next question. Yeah. Hello. The next question.
Hello, Ambrose. What do you think about UBA now?
UBA, like I've said earlier, even in the last class, that UBA is a stock to watch. Take position if you want to buy UBA, because this is a company that pays you trade dividend. No matter what it is, you get the trade dividend, and if the numbers are good, it's going to support them. One, the rising inflation is going to discourage some people that want to keep their money in fixed income markets. They'll be looking at some equity that will them. And I believe that this year, UBA will surprise investors because they cut dividend last year. They want to give investors say, sorry for what I've done last year, this time, because their business is becoming better. Look at their first quarter. For me, it's okay. And what their chairman said, it made a lot of African countries that there's a lot of opportunity for them for lending. Who the bank is also strong, really positioned to do that. That lending, as the economy is recovering all over the world, will also be a plus for them. And also, if this economy in Nigeria is going to recover, and we're seeing this oil price up, most of the banks also see that most of their debt that are standing in terms of from that oil sector will also start coming down because they will be servicing, they will be paying back. That also reduce the non-performing loan for the banks, in this year 2021 going forward. It's a good thing for me. The banking stocks that are really underpriced, one can take advantage of them. UBA is one of them. You can take advantage of them. UBA, Fidelity, Access Bank, Zenith Bank. You can see the way GTB is ready to go below 58 naira of recently. Tell you that people are looking at them that these stocks are selling at a discount. You can take advantage of them, especially Access Bank and Zenith Bank. This UBA is a stock that wants to keep their eyes. Especially that the banking sector in Nigeria market are those that are consistent in dividend payment. And if you want to hedge against inflation, if you aim at stock that will pay dividend and you make capital position to give above inflation. Aiming at stock that will pay you dividend and capital position to be above inflation. That is the way to hedge against inflation at this time. And I also say that because there's inflation, most of the companies that are rendering essential services, that even when they adjust their prices of their goods and services, they're still going to post better number. That's what's going to support their payout at the end of the year. For me, this is the time to buy into good stores that are selling at a discount.
Hello, Ambrose.
Yes, sir.
Hello, Mr. Ambrose.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Ambrose.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Hello.
Last week, we saw, about 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks, we saw a large quantity of ELA legs being traded. I know it could have been a function of insider trading. Do you have any information regarding this company, or what do you think was responsible for that high volume?
I asked question. I like the question. I asked the question. This former Morde something is the one is their MD now. Morde something. This is a group of UBA MDs. What's it called? Ilmelu boys. Among them, these are the guys that move with him. The guy is the MD now. I asked them. They said, "Oh, they're trying to perfect everything they are doing before they will let the public know what is there." But for me, because they're into agriculture, I see that there's a lot of potential for the company. And this is not time for you to start dumping in, but let's see what they have. Because I believe that if you want to really invest, let's invest with information. Until you have information that this is where they are going. But who that they want to take this can come and take. But don't forget that this company also, remember there's a stock in the market that that consult in the food and beverage sector, that consult. When this same group of people also move to that company, a lot of promises they make about that company that to do them. But today, the company is still struggling flat at that level. I've not seen anything coming out for that company. Now they are here again in the agriculture sector in Netherlands. Like we want to watch them very well before we can take a decision. But it's a good move, but the price is still low. But if you see what they have to do and can key in and start, because I believe that at this time, anytime to agriculture, apart from business security, it's a thing that we should look up to and look at, because there's potential in that sector that will give them money. Apart from this security, I see a lot of potential in agriculture because we have population We need to feed ourselves. Anything you are doing, you are doing fish farming or anything, there's population to take, to take whatever you are dishing out from the farm or anything. For that, let's wait and see what they have for us. Yeah.
Okay, Ambrose, you mentioned UAC, also UACN. I remember that it had three components. Yes. The one of it was the regular dividend, then the other one was special dividend and the bonus issue of REITs. Yes. One of them had a qualification that I think dated March 31st or so. I've been looking for that information.
I think all of them have the same. It's not a different day. I've not seen a different date for them. They all have the same day.
No, there was one of those components that had March 31st as the qualification date.
When I think I've read through that now. I didn't see. I thought this one qualification for everything, both for the two, because and one is 60 kobo, or 65 kobo, one is 55 kobo. Altogether is 120, and I didn't see different. The only one I saw different dates was Stanbic. Stanbic had different dates for the cash dividend and different dates for the bonus. I have to go back
for the script. Okay.
But for the one, I didn't see this separate. I thought it's just one day they have one day usually for all. But I will go back again. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Mr. Ambrose.
Yes, sir.
I'm back again.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Stories going round has it that Union Bank is up for grab.
Yes.
And we were reading between the lines that Access Bank and Zenith Bank are dragging.
Yes.
Whom to buy. We that are in the middle, we are in Union Bank. What should be our fate now?
If you're already in Union Bank, you don't need to panic at all. You are even better than you are not anywhere. Union Bank is better for you to be. If Access comes, it's a plus for you. If Zenith Bank comes, don't ready to just be there and wait. The only thing that set a go. If you have entered Union Bank at 490 or 4 naira, at 7 naira, don't be greedy. No, but this woman or this decision or this move can put the price as high as 7 naira.
Okay.
You don't need to panic.
You are the beautiful bride.
Yes.
You are the beautiful bride.
Yes.
Okay, Ambrose, let me make some
Those thoughts are looking for you. You are the beautiful bride. Union Bank.
Hello, Ambrose.
Okay, sir, go ahead.
Yeah, what I read is that it's not the whole shares of Union Bank that will be up for sold. Is that aspect which one, I think a UK company.
Atlas Mara.
Yes, about
49.97. 49.97. 49.97.
That is the aspect they want to sell, which about companies or banks, even outside Nigeria, are still putting their interest. So I think it's not the whole 100%, unless that is just part of the information. That was what I read.
Well, I will tell you that anyone that will take that 9.49 something can over
49.97 becomes a controller.
Yes, now even though like you can even encroach and get more, and to take that is very. That is why no company that will turn it from coming around. That's what we need. That will bring change. That will bring real innovation. That will change the bank. Well, there's a lot of potential in that bank. Even the assets alone for them to play around with. For me, if Access and Access and Zenith can have access to it, and for me that's a good one for them, because it will be only that in that kind of situation you have to also be very careful. For this kind of bank, an old bank, documentation, everything, they have to be very careful. I trust them because they are not kids, but they have to be very careful too, because I think the merger between the ABC Bank and other ones, that merger has not been smooth. That is why you can see that the way Unity Bank is doing today. You have to also be very, because any bank that's old and has a lot of assets, you don't know the asset that is how likely a bad one or a good one, that also so that it won't sink the one that is buying. Let them also be very careful. There's a lot of potential in Union Bank, because also they are also come at in terms of technology, and also their brands are not doing badly. I see. Let's say good one. Let's watch.
Okay.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
If we look at when Access acquired Diamond, those who had the Diamond shares, was it Did they make it out of it? Maybe we can use that to judge Union versus.
It's fine. I believe people that even the ratio alone was good for them, those that Diamond Bank. But capital appreciation also was good because I know a lot of my friends had Diamond Bank around it. Is it 190 kubu? No, I'll be 190 kubu. So that almost at 3 naira, 4 naira before that thing were consummated. He made money in capital appreciation. He made money in Access Bank settling them because the ratio was also in favor of more of Diamond Bank, shareholders. For me, it's a good one. That is an eye opener. That if you are looking at that one, it's an eye opener that if Access is coming, both investors in the Union Bank also benefit from it. But like what we are saying now, is they are buying the stake of those foreign investors or who that is there. That means when they come in, they have to take control them. That means they are buying. They don't need of them changing anything. They're going to buy their whole. They might not say they are going to settle you 1 for 2 or this one. No, because they're but if they are trying to take the whole bank, that's what they're about. Now they're going to buy. This company is going to sell their holdings to them. It's a different thing entirely. Or that because they are coming in, they're going to bring value to Union Bank. That will change.
Yeah. Into the management.
Yeah, they bring value. That is what people are saying now. Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Ambrose, what's happening to those bank like Keystone Bank, which is being owned, I think, by the CBN now or by AMCON?
Which one?
When are they going to get this bank into the market?
Which or
sell it to Keystone, like those banks like Keystone?
I will tell you, all those nationalized banks, it's good that investors have lost their holdings in those companies because government, even though they are selling to anybody, are not bringing it back for you as the main the original shareholder. The person that bought it from government might have to come back and but not for original shareholder because once the bank is nationalized, it's as good that the investors have lost all the investment there. Yeah. That is why we have to also be very careful looking at another one that are still there shaking. For example, now like what I told them in one of the TV programs, that stock like Unity Bank, they are good. CBN is doing business with them. Now I think they are one handling about CBN. What's it called? This fund for the
anchor borrowers.
Yes, for the farmers. No, this is a bank that for the past 5 years has a negative shareholder fund of almost 275 billion negative, and that is not up to what type the bank the national recently had. So I don't know what CBN is doing. Investor will invest in that bank. The next day they take over, investor will also become stranded again because don't forget that the day CBN took over the Sky Bank, they were traded that same day on the floor. Market closed by 2:30. People bought that day. By 4, we are hearing another news on the CBN has nationalized the bank. No, which is not good. That's why, as investor, there are some stock that when you are paying them, be smart, don't overstay. That stock like Unity Bank, we have to be very careful because a negative shareholder fund of any company, it is not very good or fit of the company.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Hello,
sorry,
sir.
My other issue is with the, as a trader, it's difficult to trade stocks like Nestle, Seplat. They stay for weeks without changing the price because we are waiting for a 100,000 naira single transaction.
Movement.
When will the NSC actually look at this issue and graduate them like we had before?
Yeah, I think for me, NSC did that just want to balance the market and also to manage the market. But then market was equally bleeding when they came out that decision of 100,000. And that's why I said, as a trader or investor in this forum, yes, all those stocks, they are good. But for me, all those high cap stocks won't give you much. Because one, price to Unity volume to change their price is high, and that is big money. But it is when there is liquidity in the market, you can see the way Airtel move. Airtel move not because of the value of the company. It was Airtel was used for another purpose entirely. That's why the price moved up to that level. It's not because the number they are bringing or the dividend they are paying that move the price there. But some people know how they move that stock there. And it's not going anywhere now. Rather, it's likely to constant comment now. But the stock, I know that the fundamental activity can move with it. You can see that. Go and check the volume traded in MTN for daily and all those. There's that kind of stuff you'll be looking at. I also look at the number that coming from MTN. I said earlier in this movement that the first impressive number MTN have released ever they listed on the exchange. I don't know why when they are still unlisted though, but since they came to the market, go and check out their number. It's always been a missed number. This is the first time they are going their top line and their bottom line above 15% as investor criteria, which is good for me. And that is way to look for. But for stock that are others like Seplat, yes, because of crude oil price, they are coming up. But the price that will change, the vote that will change the price it's about 100,000 units, which is a good money to change it. But if you are there, you can hold up. But most of people use it as for defensive stock. I don't expect much for them. You don't use them for like defensive to balance your portfolio. But if you want to make money, look for those low cap and medium cap that has good fundamental and is volatile in terms of cost. A trendy stock, then remember. But when a stock is not trendy, you can't trade that stock. You trade that go up and down. That stock you can trade. But for stock like Nestle, this was for just for defensive stock that you are sure the price because will not come down easily, will not go up easily, but you can just be there. Some of other bond or just go there. If them must come for you and not the stock. But when market is also doing well, most investors look at them because of liquidity. But as I speak now, I don't see that nothing is happening for them apart from Steplat. I've seen that numbers are improving, MTN numbers are improving. Also then go to numbers are improving. But market will look at those stocks that will give them better return than others. But if you are playing a balanced portfolio.
Good afternoon, Mr. Omordion.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, Mr. Omordion.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
Yes, sir. I want us to look at the chart of two companies, Mansard and livestock feeds. You see, livestock feeds moved from was reconstructed,
Mansard.
and it went to yes.
Mansard. It was marked down for bonus.
Livestock. It's not livestock.
No, Mansard.
Mansard. They only marked down for bonus of. Okay, let me go back. They only marked down for they've not done reconstruction.
Look at the 1 year chart of Mansard.
Wait, I'm going back there now.
No. Go to their issued shares. It has not changed.
I said it has not. They've not done reconstruction. They don't do.
Go and do. Look at the chart.
Wait, I'm coming.
Look at the chart.
Let me go there.
Look at their year-end 2020 year-end and first quarter. Have they brought it up?
No.
Issued share capital has not changed.
Yeah, no. Based on the timetable that Mansard release, recapitalization or reconstruction was supposed to be February ending.
They've not done it.
But they are also watching the situation, so they have not done it.
The same thing with ICO.
I think you can see the chart now.
Yes. This is a markdown for the bonus now.
Is this a bonus?
This is a bonus they gave now. This is a markdown for the
the 17. Yes, it was a massive bonus.
They gave bonus of 7 for 17.
7 for 17, exactly.
Now, thank you. Now, see, when it was marked down, it went to over almost 300 or so.
No, again,
no, it's a stop below. It was below 1 naira. It's just dancing.
70 kobo.
Yeah.
They marked that. Took it to 70 kobo.
69.
Then it.
69.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then it peaked at this price.
Yes.
What is the price?
This way it are 70 kobo here now. You can see it now.
Yeah. Yes. Then it went up to straight up to
65 kobo. 1 naira.
No, 1 naira 85.
85. Okay. 185. Yes. 1 naira 85.
Yes.
I'm coming. I'm looking at that. 185. Yeah. 185.
Yes. Now the stock is now 90 kobo.
Yes.
Now, sir, my question is, what propelled this stock from 70 kobo to 1 naira 80 kobo? I will now saw a dramatic reduction.
Okay.
Sentiment.
Good. It's just sentiment and look at attraction. Sentiment. They've not done the. Let me tell you. Let me just explain to you. For stock like Mansard has AS Mansard as a foreign investor in that company, and they have about more than 55% in that company. For them to be still in this company, for them to do church construction, to do the bonus of 7 for 17, they are still interested. They are waiting for the share construction. Who to take do the share in issue and the price goal. The good thing is that we are seeing that it's like to go the way of Stanbic, that because they have good numbers and good fundamentals for Mansard, that when they reconstruct, they might likely sustain their price because of what the numbers the share issue will be reduced and their numbers also will be high. And that will support their earnings, that will support their price. That's what we are seeing. And that's why people are waiting to see their new share reconstruction price. As I speak now, people are still buying that stock in a way that when they reconstruct, they are going to gain more is those that benefited from the bonus. But if you are buying now, you are not benefiting. Those that have had it before, when they get their bonus, are they not going to benefit more? Because when they do share reconstruction, even at the peak, they are still already in profit.
Now, my question now is that when do we expect this reconstruction?
I had a little side discussion with somebody that that just like you said, as we speak now, they're also watching before they release their Q2. You've seen their Q1, but between now and Q2 they might likely do it. But the guy said he don't know, but he knows that they didn't do their share construction as at the date given. And I said no penalty for that. He said there's no penalty because they are the one watching the right time for them to do it.
Okay. Now let us look at the chart of livestock feed.
Okay.
You can see that livestock feed gap to about 300 naira plus.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Wait. I want to do something. I want to use the other what's it called? Software. I want to draw something. I want to draw something that will make you so that you see. Just excuse me. Let me just go to networker. This livestock piece, yeah.
Okay. Yes.
This livestock. This I want to start from the daily chart. This weekly chart. Let's go to daily chart first. But the one I opened initially was daily chart. I want to show you something. This is what you are saying that they move from here. I want to draw something from here. At this point, okay, you can see where livestock started is a rally. After you have seen around 70 kobo, 80 kobo for a long time.
Okay.
That was let me tell you, that was 2000 and started June 10, 2020. That started the rally. Then it touched as high as 155 before it formed what I call the side. Look at this. Yeah. Look at this point. He oscillated here, up and down here at this range before it break out again from here and continue the uptrend. And when it break out here, it touched as high as 3 naira 11 kobo, if I'm not mistaken. 3 naira 8 kobo, yeah. 3 naira 8 kobo, that was high before started coming down, oscillating. The people were spreading before now. It's now forming another same pattern here. Look at this pattern. I also formed at this point. Same pattern was solved here before it break out. That's why I said if you are in this stock, you don't need to panic again. Or you don't look at this pattern that's formed here again. You want to extend it down here, fine, but I'm telling you that even the technical analysis that chart also that drawn a green line here, that the strong support level of this stock, that if you break it down, start shaking it at 1 naira 70, 1 naira 74 kobo. That is anything break out here. For me, the stock is on the move. You can see that it's gain here, again there. It's only this week now. I can see that it's a big down. For me, I see that this stock, any breakout here, this time is going to go powerfully high. One, the Q2 number, we're going to confirm another trend that we need to push out. It's going to surpass this trend that go if you are waiting for a long time. But for those traders, that you're going back to 22, 2 naira 20 kobo is very easy with a livestock. Really, as the market is looking forward to their Q2 number. Okay. Let's also take it to a weekly chart. We have done a daily chart. Let's look at weekly chart. Look at weekly chart here. This is the weekly chart for this stuff. Almost the same pattern again we're seeing. You can see that it's still within the range again we're seeing. Once there's a breakout here, that will go a long way. This breakout will go a long way. You can see here already. And also, if you look at the candlestick that is formation that is been here, after this, red bearish and government candle here, see what we're seeing. Let's see how far it will go this week. There's a lot of potential in that stock. If you are there, don't need to panic at all. Just hold your position and watch. It's one of the it's one of the penny stock that has fundamental. Go ahead, sir.
Hello, yeah. For livestock, for the brother, I don't think there is anything to worry about. If you look at their Q1 results, they moved from 1 kobo, 1.4 kobo, to almost 6 kobo as their EPS.
About 300% growth in their EPS, both their top line and their bottom line. It's a good one for them. And this positive trend started in 2019. And I believe that as from this year, 2021, we expect dividend from the stock. For me, there's no cost for alarm.
So if somebody is there, say you bought at 3 naira, or you bought so high, but even some of us, so their earnings is now, the top line is improving, the bottom line is improving, except one is a day trader. That is when you may worry about it. But for long-term traders or investors, I think livestock is good to stay on for now.
If you draw this trend line to again, anytime you don't break out the down trend line, because if you draw this trend line down, any breakout you also tell you that it's already crossing an uptrend. For me, there's no cause for alarm on the livestock. Just for your position. Okay.
There's this talk I want you to look at. This Sterling Bank. I know some people may not like it. It's a stock that, yes, if you watch the trend, and this bank is being managed by Indians. And last year, their cooperative society bought a chunk of their shares because they saw the value. Probably they must have sold it. And if you see the movement, it is becoming negative. And those who knows the value are buying in. Okay, let me forget about that. So what is your take about
for me,
Sterling Bank?
For me, if you're a long-term investor, Sterling Bank is not a bad one. You can still look, that will be long-term, but for traders, you have to be very careful in terms of movement. And also, the good thing I just said in Sterling Bank that people don't understand that Sterling Bank is almost going through the same business model with the East Bank, no interest-free. They still want to run their commercial bank. Normal, they also have a like a product or a section that's going to no interest. Well, me, I believe that combined business model will be a plus for Sterling Bank. It's for those that are thinking long, but for dividend payout, it's still relatively low compared to their price. But for those that are thinking long, you can still hold. But for me, I won't recommend it now even for traders at this point. Let us watch, because we look at the candlestick as at last week, and see that this is a big bearish situation. We need to watch, and you can see that it has formed this amas here and there before this one. For me, let us just watch and see if you're a trader. But for those that are thinking long, fine. But for those sector, I tell you that the banking sector, they have a lot of potential this year and going forward if the economy sustain this trend and increasing treasury here and there and rising it, fine. But for me, if you're a long-term investor, look the way of the stock and see. But when it is time for traders, we'll probably let you know. But as I speak now, there's no buying signal for traders and the stock to speak.
Mr. Omordion, final my question, sir. I want us to look at Vitafoam and WAPO.
Vitafoam and WAPO. Okay.
Yes. Let's look at the chart.
We'll be running up or this after one already. Let me go to Vitafoam. Yeah. This is a Vitafoam on a weekly chart.
Okay.
You can see that Vitafoam has now refused to go down. Even the last candlestick here tells you that it's resisting the climb at this point. You can see at the top here, try to be flat at 9 naira. And don't forget that this is a company that the way is going to likely to surpass this range because of what the numbers are looking. Trading above open the 2 moving average is a plus for the stock. It's just because you can also say this is a pattern that it has a pattern that it moves this way before it goes up. Look at this pattern. These are the things you'll be seeing. It's not a stock that moves. No, it's only here that it moved like almost 6 days, 7 days, and that was when they announced their dividend then. You can see. And also, September is their year end, and the third quarter result is very important in any financial year, and that is what most investors look at when they are taking decision for end of the year. And this third quarter will be coming in the month of July. For me, if you are in this stock called Vitafoam, just hold your position and relax. Hold your position and relax, and don't just panic out of it, because the numbers that are coming from them are strong to support a better dividend. They paid 70 kobo, I mean 72 kobo last time. They're likely to surpass it. their common dividend was the numbers alone is strong. As a second quarter, their earning per share is about 199 kobo, if I'm correct, because I'm not going that around 199 kobo. That is good for enough for you that they are going somewhere. It's not like selling for 9 naira. Which other one do you mention?
WAPCO, sir.
This candlestick that WAPCO formed after this bearish trend, for me, it's an indicator that would what this candlestick for me is not a bullish candlestick that supports uptrend. But let's see what happens. This candlestick for me, I have to watch the movement this week. And don't forget that the stock has for 2 weeks now was down before it gained marginally the week that just closed by gaining just 20 kobo, and it had touched as low as 20 50 before coming back to close at 2070 kobo. For me, let us watch. So if you are in WAPCO, if you're a long-term investor, hold on to your WAPCO. The number that came from WAPCO for first quarter was a bit flat. I'm not it didn't meet our expectation on much, but only it's not a negative one. But because of what we're saying in the industry, we're still going to hold and watch for them, because I believe that stock still remains grossly undervalued compared to others in that industry where it operates. And also the company has started looking at inward, selling off their holding in South Africa, Ghana, and that means they have a market, in Nigeria that are going to put the what they need. And the foreign investor there has not really moved out from it. That they also see potential in WAPCO. For me, let's just stay patient and watch WAPCO. WAPCO is likely to also go as high as but what I'm saying now, the trend is telling me that WAPCO can still gain as high as 5 naira. That 5 naira can be like around 66 naira before you can see another, pullback. For me, if WAPCO just wait for this candlestick was at the end of last week, it's not a bullish candle. We need to watch it first. Yeah.
Hello, Mr. Ambrose.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sorry, Ambrose, I just came a little bit late. What are the figures or the movement behind Africa Prudential?
Africa is just market forces and their number. When you see UCAP going up, they will want Africa Prudential to move up. They are the same family. Yeah.
Okay.
Hello, Mr. Ambrose.
Yes, sir.
Flower Mills, please.
Flower Mill, if you are there, just hold on. I think that will be the last chart we'll do. Yeah. Flower Mill, if you are there, just hold on your position. Well. You don't need to panic away from Flower Mill. Hold on. Let me see.
Okay, Ambrose, on this Flower Mill, you see they did not bring out the unaudited accounts within 30 days, which by NAC, regulation, it means they have to publish their audited account by 31st of May.
May, correct. You are following the rules. That is
the same thing with Honeywell.
The Honeywell, my understand that because of this one, they might but they might likely do the same thing too. Because Honeywell didn't that means not to come. But in case Honeywell didn't come, it might come before the 90 days. I think that thing might also reason with that if they have written exchange on that. But for Flower Mill, if you are there, just relax. What we're seeing here is just because I don't know what happened to the price. Our price here didn't capture the low for WAPCO for the week on the weekly chart. For that, I can't give the candle position because this candle is not giving me the right position to what to say on this candlestick. But for me, anything
WAPCO.
Livestock. For livestock, Flower Mill, sorry. For Flower Mill, for Flower Mill, there's no cost for alarm one. You can see that Flower Mill, since their last born, and only that the expansion in their business in sugar and all that has also reflected on their numbers. And the numbers of this company for the past 3 quarters have been above market expectation, beating expectation. Every quarter they don't hit the market. And this full year will not be a exception because it's also that same period that the month of March ended was the end of the quarter. And every number that came from that sector for the first quarter of the year, they are impressive number. Look at the number that came from even Dangote Sugar. It was a good one. Look at what that came from Nestle. They might be doing the same business, but that sector is coming up. And the sugar business they are doing, it's also a good thing for them. But I believe that the number for Flower Mill will be good. And if they can pay anything above 3 naira, or even that alone will change the face of the stock, and that also impact the price. But I believe once we enter as from next week, people will also be taking a position ahead of what the number, and that number when we come and it beats expectation, market will react to it. Don't forget that when they did their third quarter and it was beyond expectation, market supported that price and it went up as high as 30 before coming back again, and for now see this new trend in green. For me, you don't need to panic for flower May. All the other, let's watch our position there. That's why those that are there from the master class, like I told them last week, we are watching our position. Let's see what happens. Stop.
Okay, Ambrose, somebody asked question concerning fighter foam. Fighter foam.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you go by their result, by their second quarter result, I think it was about 2 naira 17 kobo.
Yeah.
And I've watched this stock for the past 2 years. If they achieve that feat at the second quarter, there's every tendency that by 31st December, when they declare their results, from January, that stock may not trade below 11 naira, which is almost touched last year or this year when they declared their 2020 results.
Yeah, for me, for Vatafom, like I just said earlier, the numbers are good, and third quarter result is very important. And we see the third quarter in July. For me, anybody is there should hold on for Vatafom. Yes, on this note, we're drawing the curtain for today on the question and answer.
Before you draw the curtains, comment some stocks for us, please.
Okay. Okay, yeah, quick one, sir. Yeah. Hello, sir. Go ahead.
Give us your stock recommendation. Give us stock recommendations every week.
Well, yes, I will for this week. Why I'm not giving this week? When I check the weekly chart, I see that there's no sign. I have not seen a signal. The daily chart, I'm seeing a signal that is conflicting. I want us to wait for this week. Let's watch our position that I think we're already in access. We're in others. Let's watch them for this week that we're entering. I will now be having another new stock for the upper week. I didn't prepare for anything. When I saw that, I said no. Let's just watch the market, because as MPC meetings ahead, people there will be missed market. Let us watch our position. No new position for this week, because the candlestick that gave me sign on a weekly chart, they are still not confirmed the trend market is good. Let us watch our position. The ones who are in, let's see how they perform this week before we can give another buy position again. Yeah, I did prepare for.
Okay, finally. MPF, not microfinance. How far? The rumor about coming up with right
issue. Yeah, the right issue is coming, but they've not put it and the price. But for me, at the markdown, the price also bounce back. Let's just take your dividend and let's watch the price they are coming. And also, when it touch 2 naira again, if you are there, that you enter around 180, you might try to take profit. Then and profit plus that your dividend is enough for it to take. Then we now wait for the price for their right issue. I think the right issue will come around either from 170, either from 150 to 170 or 150 to 180. Around that range will be their right issue, not around 2 naira at all. Be between 150 to 180. But I'm not saying the price, the right issue price, but I think that should be. And don't forget that those people in that stock are more of a institutional investor in the company. PFAs are most of that invest in that kind of stock. For me, let's see. That's why their dividend payout was also remain impressive, because PFAs are also people that are investing in police microfinance. Yeah.
Okay. Hello, Ambrose.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Hello, Ambrose. Don't rush. Hello.
Yeah.
Yes. We thank you so much for what you've been doing for us. But it appears this question and answer, you are taking the control. You always rush us. I don't always like a free food.
No, it's not our class now. It's
Hold on. Okay. I have to pay for the food that I eat. We know that you pay the data cost.
Yeah.
So in the nearest future, if you want us to contribute or to subscribe, say, okay, this is what it costs us to, or this is what I need for 4 weeks in a month. I know there are some weeks, a month that we have 5 weeks.
Yeah.
So that we can make sure that we key into that cost. I belong to other platforms, and I think they are not as efficient as their platform, though some of them are being developed by younger ones. So I want us to take control of this so that you will not be rushing us. So maybe in subsequent times you tell us this is what it takes.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Then the second one is what the video you've come up with.
Okay. Okay. Sir.
You want it to be on one-on-one basis, or you want to tell us what the price is?
No,
because
okay.
Yes, so that we can see into it.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much. I appreciate your concern and your love for data. This is good. Yes, like you said, if we want to charge money, well, for now, I think we are still working on it. We are not ready to charge money now, unless they want to be voluntary contribution. Fine, we can extend it to like 1 hour, 30 minutes. No, but let's see if there's donors that want to support the fine. But we are not ready to charge money because we see that as a platform of contributing to the market and also making people also getting knowledge that I tell you that no matter how knowledgeable you are, no matter how rich you are, you can't influence the market. Market will go. But when you have knowledge, you can know when to follow the market. When you go right or leadership, we are sharing knowledge. I'm also learning from people in the forum. We're all sharing knowledge. That's why they want to support so that we can extend it to like 1 hour, 30 minutes, no problem. That also will be welcome. Anybody that want to donate?
I'm ready to support. I'm ready to support.
That is nice. I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Applause for this corporate social responsibility, please. Let's do it.
You can also support. You can also support us. We need it, sir. That is good for the.
I want to ask you what you said concerning the duration.
Okay.
Sometimes I think it might also be important that maybe you can allow for 2 or 3 questions before you respond, because sometimes you might not know how many people that have questions, and then you can take time to probably maybe explain a lot on one particular one. So maybe 2 or 3 questions can be asked, and then you just throw light into them, and then we'll move on. So that can also help to
manage time. Yeah.
Maybe you look at the 1 hour, you spend 30 minutes in analysis of the trends and activities that are happening. You leave 30 minutes, for question and answer, and then people can ask. Somebody can say this, what's and then that way because some days 1 hour is enough. The day if we go to 1 hour 30 minutes, it may not be very necessary. But let's try this option of optimizing the time. Maybe you start analysis, leave 30 minutes per time, you allow questions, you respond to them. We look at that for another few weeks. And then we think it's not, we can be thinking whether we can from 1 hour or not.
Okay, sir. That would be nice. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yeah. Okay. It's a good one. I love you all. This is good. This is good. I like people that are thinking progress for everyone around them. That is nice. I welcome it, sir. For the comprehensive stock market training video, it's a 4 video that covered both the basic and the immediate and the professional, the advanced analysis of technical and fundamental. That means if a novice, you are a professional, you are intermediate, everything is covered for you. Why? Because it is knowledge that you have also help you to be fast in the market. Any opportunity you know how to catch it. That is what Alaji said last time. If you are learning all this tech analysis, you also try to have a software in your system, and also try to be an online trader, so that when opportunity comes, you can catch on them, because you are not learning for just to have it on your head. You want to see that to enrich yourself. That's why I advise anyone that is getting the material, try and get also the software. But the material alone will open your eyes to see, because it took us more than 15 hours to prepare that training material, and we are going to also issue a certificate for those who get the 4 video, because after that 4 video, I'm going to give you 20 question objective for that before you can issue that certificate. You know what it means? Those that also train in UK, who have done it also, they were given a certificate at the same time. That's why we want to also give it to people here too, so that you know that you have the basic and even advanced knowledge of how to use the technical for you to enjoy it most. You must also have your software, your technical analysis software in your system. That will become wow. And also I try and also connect to your broker online. Any broker that have online platform, please, I would like you to have it either on your phone or on your laptop, so that when you are chatting, you are looking at this opportunity, instead of calling them, you can buy from wherever you are to take advantage of the market. If you do that, you see that you have made yourself a lot of good. You need to up your game in the knowledge of the stock market. Nobody knows it all. As you are having here and there, you become a better investor and a better trader at any time. That is what expected of any one of us. We also need to have for training. Anybody will need to train so that we can up our game, how to make money, and that is the only way to stay ahead of the market. You look at the world generally, about 5% of the traders make money. I want every one of us here to be among that 5% that will make money in any market situation. That is all that our own on our own. And also for the cost for the materials they asked, for those that are in this platform, who have said it earlier last week, I said for them it's 75,000 naira, and that is between now and May 27. After May 27, it would be worth 100,000 naira for it, because each of the video is 25k. But for those in this platform, I mean for those 4 was 75. Each of the video is 25k for now. But from May 27, the price will change to that 25k. But for those in this house, we're giving them for 75,000 naira. And I'm happy that about 6 of those of us in this class has taken order for the material already. And one of them have called me that they are even taking a whole day to listen to all of them. And it said it's just knowledge shared so that everybody can up their game, in the stock market investment. That's why I tell you that these 3 assets that move, stock, treasury bill, bond, and commodity, you need to have a technical analysis idea or knowledge so that it will help you to know when to buy right and sell right. And that's why I started with that 3 key by saying, market timing, stock selection, and trade plan. These are things you need to know. And if you go to that material, you see about stock accumulation, markup, and all those things. You read them there and how it applies to our market. All is explained in that video. Thank you very much. God bless you. Hello. Hello.
Hi, we are listening. We are hearing.
Thank you very much, and God bless you. We'll draw the curtain from here. For those that are in this class, it's 75,000 naira. I look forward to see more orders. I said earlier, 6 people in the house have already ordered. We expect more to order, and also we share our knowledge. Even as you can also come with some questions. There's a line there you can call to ask some questions as you are going to the video. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Can we buy
single? Can we buy single?
Yeah, you can buy single.
So if we know the name of those 4, so that we can select which one to buy.
Okay. Now, any of the link that you have sent to market, click it, and you see the name of the 4 videos. They are there. The name. Okay, I will tell the guy to also post it. But any of the link we have sent, click on it, log in, give you all the names and the topics that we cover. The topic cover that video is more than 26 topics to cover in each of them. That means altogether we are having about almost 100 topics, subtopics inside. All the candlestick, everything, how to read them, all are there, explain them. Yeah, thank you very much, sir. I appreciate you all. Enjoy your day.
Thank you.
Yeah. Before we round up again, don't forget that somebody pray for us. Let somebody quickly pray for us. We can't run up without prayers. Quick one, please. Let somebody pray for us. A Muslim brother prayed at the beginning. Let a Christian brother or sister pray at this point so that we can round up. Yeah.
Jesus.
Amen.
Jesus.
Amen.
Father, we thank you for this opportunity to learn your bit. Father, we thank you for Ambrose for this privilege and for the sharing of knowledge. Thank you for each and every one of us. Thank you for the benefits you have received in the market. Thank you, Father. And as we go, all the products we pray that Nigeria will be peaceful for us to reap the benefit of all this in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Amen. For in Jesus' mighty name we pray.
Amen. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Ambrose.
Enjoy your day.
God bless. Have a fruitful weekend, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Mr. Ambrose.
Sir.
Hi, Mr. Ambrose.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Enjoy your day.
Thank you, Ambrose.
Yeah, thank you.
We go begin by videos one by one.
Okay. You worry. Thank you very much.
No sharing of videos, so
yes,
you have to buy 4 at the time.
No, we are small in the market. We go to do small until we come up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. Yeah.
Have a nice weekend.
You too. God bless you, sir. Yeah.